The official Racing Center is going to come into Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crowns Season 7, and it's going to bring a well-needed change into TDUSC with the fact that players can now have the chance to play people online with a lot more efficiency. So let's discuss all of those details that were given to us for Season 7's official Racing Center and live event and Solar Pass improvements. Let's get started. So back on the Steam page regarding Season 7. So first off, the enhanced live events and Solar Pass. Now I mentioned earlier in the video, I've been lucky enough to see some of the concept UI, and honestly it changes the whole vibe of how both live events and the Solar Pass will work in Season 7. It'll make it a lot more fun, and it means then basically what we go into here, it makes sure that you guys don't have to just grind away at one race and level up your Solar Pass. So let's go ahead and read into this. Now first off, although it sounds small, it's a really important change on our live event and Solar Pass dynamics, because also this is kind of a part of the end game loop as well. A little bit earlier, it also mentions that we have to change the Solar Pass side because it's about grinding that is a bit problematic. So for live events, we want to create other ways to complete them by adding different challenges by playing with a car of the event like we do for races, but apply it to some other features in the game. And for the Solar Pass, finding a way to stop the repeated grind for content and then raise the income of the Solar Pass. Although this was already done for Season 4 in terms of being able to level up the Solar Pass a lot more faster, and I'm sure you guys have noticed that. Which daily challenges, I know that that's currently an issue in TDUSC, and KT are working on it to figure out what the issue is. I know some people have the issue, some people don't, but this feature, which entails, is still in the game design stage, so we can't give you all the details, but obviously you guys will learn about it later. Although it is a bit vague, we at least know that in Season 7 we're going to have a much more improved endgame loop and how the Solar Pass and live events will work, which I'm really excited for, because even now live events, it is just racing. It does get a bit repetitive week after week, so really can't wait to see all of those improvements coming there. But the more important one is the official Racing Center. Now I should note before I even get into this feature, it was mentioned we don't know if it's going to come at the launch of Season 7 or at the mid-season patch. We're going to have to figure that out when the time comes, when we get closer to the release of the season, but that's basically what we mentioned from Guillaume in the developer documentary. So the official Racing Center is going to be very important to the launch of Season 7 and the community playing in TDUSC. This walkable interior space located at the Hong Kong Island racetrack known as the Hippodrome will allow players to load into a playlist. You'll be able to boot into a ranked or unranked races here. We are working on another feature to come with the ORC, which we're going to keep a secret for now, but as we get closer to the season, we'll be sure to tell you. Really excited for that feature as well. You might have gotten a slight tease of it in the actual picture gameplay, which let's check and see what this ORC looks like. And funnily enough, it's already changed so much from what I've seen currently in the level design stage to what it is in here, but nonetheless, let's take a look at it. So here's the video that was showcased in the Season 7 assets work in progress. So as you can clearly see, right here is literally the Hong Kong Island racetrack, which we all know as, and it's a bit blurred, but I'm sure you guys will be able to figure it out. So we'll press play. You can enter here and we start walking through. There looks to be a desk here, and as we turn the camera, I think I gotta take it a little bit back. There's clearly something here. Honestly, again, it's a bit blurry, so it's it's impossible to tell what it is. Moving forward though, we walk through here, and down here we see some computer screens, which could be what I assume is where you load the playlist for whether it's ranked, unranked, or whatever. And then as you go through here, you can see the windows outlooking the track. Now at the end of the video, you kind of pop out and you can see some objects flying through the screen there, which is super cool. But it's quite funny because right now, even seeing it, the design has improved and it's changed, so it's a lot better than when we first showcased you guys, and I'm really excited to see what the final product looks like, especially when all the artists go in and dress it up after this whole level design process, and then the lighting artists come in and make it really pretty. Because I'm not gonna lie, the teams at KT have been doing a pretty good job on the whole new level design and cinematic approach with Stefan Cambier and obviously Edward from the art department, and huge shout out to all the KT devs who've been working pretty nicely on this design too. That's basically everything about the official Racing Center, but honestly guys, it is such an important thing to add into TDUSC, because as much as, don't forget, we need lifestyle features and everything, we still need to fix what the current issue is in TDUSC, and obviously cross region is also going to improve that a lot, and it is something we mentioned we're working on, but we don't have a release date yet. But it's a total rework of our network infrastructure, so hopefully at some point we can get cross region in sooner rather than later. But apart from that, the whole official racing center is going to be pretty fun, because now ranked is actually going to mean something again, rather than it being currently just a pool of people that boost. And then unranked, we can finally have clan races where they're actually really important. And then we can also have races with your friends now, and 8-player groups I think is also going to be pretty essential to this, because right now, although we do have the improved 4-player group matchmaking and everything, it's going to be really exciting when we can get 8-player groups in and do races with 8 players and have the most amount of fun, not just with community members but even on my stream as well, having full 8-player cruises now and be able to create our own races with the actual GPS, the shared GPS I should mention, which by the way, this weekend I'm going to host the longest ever race in TDUSC using the shared GPS feature. So if you guys do want to see that, look out for my stream on the weekend for all those details, as we definitely recreate one of the largest and longest races in TDUSC. And back to the ORC really quickly, I don't think we mentioned it in the developer documentary, but of course this doesn't mean that Ibiza is left alone, because as we only said, the ORC is going to be located in the Hong Kong Island racetrack hippodrome. We are still going to have a feature similar to the ORC in Ibiza, but I believe the location in Ibiza will just be at the Selene headquarters with Tis Wintry, so at least you're still able to get that same playlist experience in Hong Kong Island as you do in Ibiza. So don't worry, Ibiza won't be getting left out at all, so that's definitely a plus. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below if you're excited for the ORC or season 7 in general. And like I said, I cannot wait to actually get racing back, and this also means that whole 50+% bonus on rewards, when you add that on top of the economy improvements we're bringing in season 5, it means races, especially when you think about the long races located on Hong Kong Island, such as the dual races, which should be paying out over 1 million credits. When you add on the bonus, when you add on that 50% bonus on top of all of that, honestly, I think the rewards and the whole pay structure of TDUSC is going to be pretty fun, especially since at that point we'll not only have taxi missions in addition, but we'll also have the season 6 mission request, which I can't tell you guys which one won yet, but I'm pretty sure in the August letter we're going to mention to you guys what that mission is. Really excited to see the future of TDUSC continue to improve over the next seasons, but as much as we need to add content, we also need to fix the current content that we have and any bugs that players are experiencing. Other than that though guys, I'm Alex7, and I'll see you guys in another video. I'm out guys, peace.